Soup is run by Jessica Hernandez and myself, and this space is right above Mexicotown Bakery. Jessica's family owns the bakery. We were noticing that a lot of our friends were doing these really compelling projects, but we're having trouble funding them. And we also just love to gather with our friends and share a meal and just have some sort of reason to come together and celebrate and sort of hear what each other's working on. So we started doing these dinners. It just started with 30 people and has grown to, I think, 150 people. But people come, they pay $5.
My name is Dave.
Well, during dinner, everyone who submitted a project proposal pitches their idea. So they just talk about it for 2 minutes, and then we take questions from all the diners, the audience, and just have a brief conversation about each project. And then everyone goes into the voting booth and gets to vote. And we count the tallies, and at the end of the dinner, we announce the winner, and they leave with all of the money raised from the meal that night in cash. We have given money for everything from really traditional projects, like someone who was doing a project on the elegance of the Rust Belt, and he would go around and photograph different Rust Belt architecture, and he's making a book. There's also been more kind of agricultural or just creative projects that are kind of practically responding to the specific needs of a local neighborhood or community. I think just the concept of gathering together with people that you don't know, and maybe a meal being something that could bring you to a table to sit down and maybe talk to someone longer than you even want to, and just bring you into contact with people who you wouldn't expect to meet. We were really drawn to that idea of just some sort of relational community gathering that could gather lots of different types of creative people. And it seems like a neat way to do that is to support each other, to support each other's work, to hear about it, to learn about it, and maybe have conversations in passing that lead to future collaborations. People always talk about all the projects they're doing in Detroit. I feel like it's like a very project-driven city. And so rather than segmenting and saying this is only about artists, we're really opening up that conversation to say, what does it mean to have a creative practice, and how do you talk about it, how do you evaluate it, like what should be supported as we continue to grow. To me it just seems really powerful and like a beautiful way to be a part of a city and to create something that's really intimate to you, but also really affects the people around you. Well, I think that we've been given such a beautiful gift to even get to use this space. We just think that if there are ways that it can be of use to other people and fuel our community and our friends and be some sort of gift to this specific neighborhood and maybe even the wider city of Detroit, we just love to see it used that way, and I know Jessica's family would love to see it used that way.